Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. Let us begin with our topic, circular flow of income. We humans need goods and services for our day-to-day lives. How do we get these goods and services? We simply go to the markets or shops and purchase from there. But where are the goods produced? These goods are produced in firms or factories, and these firms are also known as production units. Let us understand how the firms produce goods for us. If a firm has to produce goods, it is going to need resources. Where will the firms get its resources? It will get from the household sector. Now, what is a household sector? The household sector is comprised of us. Now over here I mentioned two terms. First of all, I have mentioned firms, that is the factories, and second I am mentioning the households, that is the second sector. So over here we are going to discuss about two sectors, firm sector and household sector. Suppose there is a company named B and it wants to start its production, and it has come to me and requested for my land, and I said that I'll not sell my land, but I may give it on rent. Okay, so when I'm giving it on rent, that company, after it will produce its goods and services, it will earn the money, it will pay me my rent. So this is how the production process continues. Now let us understand this topic deeply. The unlimited and recurring wants of human beings have made the production process a continuous process. A company or a factory has to produce its products continuously. Why? Because our wants are unlimited. So in this process, there are different factors of production. A firm or a factory needs four factors of production. First is land, second is labor, third is capital, and fourth is entrepreneur. Firms produce goods and services with collective efforts of factors of production. Now these factors which are needed by the firms, land, labor, capital and entrepreneur, are known as factors of production. Okay. Firms make payments to the factors of production, and the household sector spends this money on the purchase of goods and services produced by the firms. Over here, whatever we are earning, whatever the household sector is earning, suppose I have rented my land to that company and the company is producing, say, a body lotion. Okay, and in place of my land, it is giving me rent on monthly basis. Now I like that body lotion a lot which that particular company produces. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my payment, whatever how much rent I have earned, and I will take that money and I will buy that lotion from that particular company. So what I'm doing, I'm purchasing the product from that particular company. Now that particular company is getting back its money. So this is how the circular flow of income takes place. You see children, income is basically in the form of money, isn't it? The company, the production unit is paying me in the form of payment to me, it is paying me my rent, and with that money I am going to that very same company and I'm buying a body lotion from there. Okay, so that money is going back to the firms. So this is how the continuous process of income takes place. Now, from where will that particular company get these four factors of production? The firms will get its factors of production from the household sector. The household sector, that which is comprised of us, we will give land, we will give labor, we will give capital also, and the entrepreneur also comes from the household sector. Okay, we are the ones who are going to start with it. Suppose I make up a plan that besides teaching, I want to start my own manufacturing company, say of company. So from that particular point, you can simplify this and say that entrepreneur also belongs to the household sector. And The factors that and the services which we provide, which the household sector provides, is known as factor services. And in place of factor services and in place of services which the household sector gives to the firms will reward them in the form of factor payments. Now, what are the factor payments? They are land. They in place of in reward in place of land, we will get rent. Labor, the labor will get its wages or salary. In place of capital, the firm will make its payment in the form of interest, and the entrepreneur will earn its profit or income. How does this circulation take place? It takes place from household to firms and from firms to household. Now, over here, you can see there are 4 points written. Okay, we consider 4 sectors in our economy. First is the household sector, second is the firms, third government sector, and fourth is the foreign sector. But the study of these sectors is restricted to 2 sectors, that is the household sector and the firm sector in class 12th. Now let us understand how this is a continuous process. Let us understand how the flow of income takes place. Okay. First of all, the household will give its factor services. It will give its land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur to the firms. The firm will start with its production and will make payments in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit, which are known as factor incomes to the household. Then you can see the third curve, it is the consumption expenditure. Now, after receiving the payment, the household sector, what are they going to do? They are going to buy things, isn't it? They are going to spend the money. Expenditure means what? Expenditure means to spend. When we receive our payments, we definitely spend on goods and services. So what will the household do? It will spend its payment to the firms in place of goods and services. Now these goods and services are produced by whom? They are being produced by the firms. So in place of the money which the household sector will spend, the firms will give them the goods and services which they have produced. So you see, this is a continuous process. Household sector will give its services. In return of services, the firms will make the payments. When the household sector gets its payment, that money they are going to spend to consume goods and services, and the firms, in place of the money which they have received from the household sector, they will provide them the goods and services. So over here basically we see 3 phases of circular flow. The first is the production phase, where generation of income takes place. In this phase, firms produce goods and services with the help of factor services. That means basically the production is starting. Okay, and the generation of income is also taking place. The second phase is distribution phase, or you can say income phase, where money is getting distributed. This phase involves the flow of factor income. That means the payments in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit from firms to households. So you see, the distribution of income has started. It has taken place. The third phase is the expenditure phase, or disposition of income. In this phase, the income received by factors of production is spent on goods and services produced by the firms. Expenditure phase. In this, the income received by factors of production is spent on the goods and services produced by the firms. So this is an ongoing process. In this way, income generated in production units reaches back to production units and makes the circular flow complete. Now, we can see that there are 2 types of flows taking place. First of all, we see the flow of goods and services which are taking place between factor services and goods and services. Over here, the services are taking place. Factor services are what? The household is providing its services, that is the land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur to the firms. And when we consume goods and services, when we purchase some things, things from the shops, we get goods and services, isn't it? These goods and services, or these things, are produced by whom? They are produced by the firms. So flow of goods and services are also known as real flow. Next, the type of flow we see is the flow of money. which takes place between factor payments and consumption expenditure. That means basically where the flow of money is taking place. This is also known as money flow. You see factor payments. That means from firms, the money is paid to the household sector in reward of their services which they are producing to the firms, isn't it? We are working. The household sector is giving its services, so in exchange of that, it will receive its payments. Here, the flow of money is taking place from firms to household. Now, when the household will receive its payment, what is it going to do? It is going to spend that same money to buy goods and services, to purchase goods and services. So over here, consumption expenditure means to consume goods and services. The household sector is spending money, and where the money is going back, it is going back to the firms. See, this is the real flow. It explains the exchange of factor services by the household for the goods and services produced by the firms. It is also termed as physical flow. See, household is giving its factor services, and the firms are also, after the production is complete, it will give its goods and services once the household sector has purchased these goods and services. Next we have is money flow. In this flow, the factor services by the households are exchanged for monetary consumptions by the firms. The below circular flow ought to explain money flow without presence of financial market. Okay. However, if financial institutions like banks are included, then the flow will not change, but we can say that the households save a fraction of their income and firms borrow to invest in new capital. This type of flow is also known as nominal flow. First understand the money flow. Okay, now money flow, first of all, it will take place from firms to household. The first payment is paid by the firms to the household sector in the form of factor payments. And what will the household sector do when it will receive its payment? It will spend its money on goods and services. So this is known as consumption expenditure. Now this flow takes place without the presence of financial market or financial institution like banks. Okay. Now let us understand what are leakages. It means withdrawal from the circular flow, withdrawal of money from the circular flow. It takes place when household spending doesn't go to domestic firms. Now how does that take place? When households and firms save their part of the income. Okay. Now if suppose I'm earning 50,000 a month, so I'm not going to spend my entire 50,000 in consumption of goods and services. Say around 20,000 I'm going to save it in the bank. So the 30, see, I'm getting for my services, I'm getting my full payment, isn't it? But this this total amount of 50,000 will not go back to the firms. Why? Because from that I am saving part of my income. So this creates leakages in the circular flow. They may be in the form of tax payments and imports also. Leakages reduce the flow of income. So the examples are savings, taxes and imports. Because whatever the total amount I'm earning, I'm not giving it back to the firms. I'm not spending my entire 50,000 on consumptions of goods and services. I'm saving it for future purpose. What is an injection? An injection occurs when funds are added to an economy from a source other than households and businesses. Injections increase the flow of income like government spending, investment and exports. Injections takes place when spending is not generated by household. Example, I have already mentioned investments and government spending. Over here, government spending, see I'll take one example, that is the government spending. The government is adding its money or it is funding a particular, let's say it's funding a particular production unit. Okay, so this injection, this money which is injected in the circular flow, it is done by the government. It is done by the government sector, not by the household sector. But in this circular flow of income, there are no real leakages or injections. This is a small concept. You don't have to pay much attention to it. But yes, if the question comes, just keep brief knowledge of this topic. Now let us define the circular flow of income. It refers to the cycle of generation of income in the production process, its distribution among the factors of production, and finally its circulation from households to firms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services produced by them. Circular flow of income in a two-sector economy. Remember that earlier I told you there are two sectors we are paying attention to, firms and household. Those two sectors only form the circular flow of income in a two-sector economy. Households are the owners of factors of productions and consumers of goods and services. Firms produce goods and services and sell them to the households. It is a closed economy in which there is no government sector and foreign sector. Closed economy is an economy which has no economic relations with the real world. This is just an assumption. Okay, this is a model of a two-sector economy in which we are. Now let us understand how the income flows between these two sectors. Firstly, we have the household sector, and secondly, we have the firm sector. Now, firms are basically what? They are the production units which provides goods and services for the economy. Now, to produce something, the firms need resources, right? So there are four factors of production. We have land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. So how they will get its resources? They will get these resources from the household, or we can say the household will provide services to the firm so that it can continue with its production. Now over here, the household, they will give land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. So these four factors of production, when they are provided by the household, they are called as factor services. Now these four factors the firm will get, and the firm will start with its production. Now the household has given something to the firm. In return or in exchange also, the household will get something because it is getting its services. So in exchange of services, it should get its reward as well. So these rewards, or these in exchange of the services, they will get the factor payments. Now what are the factor payments the household will get? Suppose the household has suppose there is a particular firm called as A, okay, and it has come to me to rent my land, and they are saying that, ma'am, please give your land so that we can produce so things. So I will give my land, and exchange for that land, what will I get? I will get my rent. So these are known as payment. That means how will that factory pay me in return of my land? They will pay me as a rent. Okay. Now secondly, in place of labor, what will the laborers get? They will get its wages and salaries. What will the capital get? Now suppose this capital means that I have invested something. Okay, suppose I say I have invested 1 lakh over there. I have invested my money, and I have invested in that firm A. I have invested 1 lakh. So in place of 1 lakh, what will I get? I will get my interest, and the entrepreneur get its profit. So like this, from the household, the services are provided to the firm, and in exchange of these services, the household receives its payments known as the factor payments. Now, when the household receives its payment, what will they do with the income? What are they going to do? They will consume. Now, what they are going to consume? By the word consume means that they are going to utilize or spend this income in the form of consumption expenditure. Expenditure means what, children? To spend. And consumption means to use goods and services. Isn't it? So when the household is spending their money in the form of consumption expenditure, now where will that money go? It will go back again to the firm. Why will the income go back to the firm? Because the firms are the only ones who are producing goods and services for us. So the payment that we are going to receive from the factor payments, we will spend it and we will consume it for our benefits. Okay, suppose I want AC, I want a fridge, I want a TV. So I will give my money to that particular company. So that particular company is getting back what? It is getting back its money from where it has paid. It has paid to the household. Now from the household only they are getting back the money. And when they are giving the money to the firm, what are the households getting? They are getting the goods and
services. So like this, it is a never ending process. So let us revise what happened, how the circular flow of income takes place. So what we have studied is that household will provide its services to the firms, household will provide services to the firms, and in return of that they will receive the payments. Now with that payments they are going to spend it in goods and services so that they can consume those goods and services, and that term is known as consumption expenditure. When the household will consume, they will spend the money will go back again to the firm, and the firm will give you what? It will give you its goods and services. So basically whatever the firm is producing, it is going to be consumed by us only, that is the household.
There are only two sectors in the economy, households and firms. Household sector supplies factor services. That means the household will give its land, labor, capital and entrepreneur to the firms, and the firms hire these services only from households. Firms produce goods and services and sell their entire output to the households. The factories, the production units, they produce goods and services, and they sell it to the household sector. Households receive factor income for the services and spend the entire amount on consumption of goods and services. There are no savings in the economy, that is, neither the households save from their incomes nor the firms save from their profits. In the circular flow of income, production generates factor income, which is converted into expenditure. Factor income means the firms that are giving us the payments. Okay, factor income. It will generate, it will pay us, which is converted to expenditure. That means that same particular payment we are taking and we are spending it on goods and consumption of goods and services. This flow of income continues as production is a continuous activity due to never ending human wants. It makes the flow of income circular. See, the household is giving its factor services to the firms. The firms are rewarding them in the form of factor payments, that is rent, wages, interest and profit. The household is getting the payment. They are spending the money on goods and services, and that spending of money is known as consumption expenditure. So the money is going back to the firms, and what are the firms giving us in place of consumption expenditure? They are giving us goods and services. So this is a never ending process. The firms will keep on producing, the household will keep on consuming goods and services. The money also flows like this. Okay, firms will continue to pay us in the form of factor payments, and the household sector will continuously consume the goods and services provided by the firms. You see, children, the outer loop of the diagram shows the real flow, that is flow of factor services from household to firms, and corresponding flow of goods and services from firms to household. See the outer loop. Household is giving its factor services, firms are providing goods and services to the household. The inner loop, that is the consumption expenditure and the factor payment, it shows the flow of money, that is flow of factor payments from firms to households, and the corresponding flow of consumption expenditure from households to firms. With this